My name's Trevor, and my ears hang low and they wobble to and fro. As a kid, I was really happy. When I was in middle school, I decided to get my ear pierced. When I first got my ear pierced, my mom was actually the one that took me to do it. I loved my piercing. A few months into having my piercing, I started to notice and feel this small bump forming on the back of my ear where the piercing was. I didn't really pay too much attention to it until finally I couldn't ignore it anymore because my earrings wouldn't fit into my ear anymore because it was the size of a pencil eraser. I couldn't get the needle in. We learned that it was a keloid forming on my ear. It's a type of scar tissue that forms in the shape of a ball and progressively gets bigger over time. There are several different ways to remove a keloid, but the way we went about it was just surgically, cutting it off. Everything was fine after the keloid was removed. A year passed, I realized it was coming back, and before I know it, it's the size of my thumb. The second time I got my keloid removed, it was at a oral surgeon's office. The reason why we did was because my mom knew the guy, and he promised her a discount. After I got my keloid removed the second time, everything was great. There was no signs of it coming back. And that's when my killer decision-making skills kicked in and said, oh, I'm gonna go pierce my right ear now. After about a year, that's when I realized the keloid's coming back. Except this time, substantially larger. Everywhere I go, I get looks. My reaction is to just shrug it off. But inside, it hurts. It just makes me not want to go anywhere.
This is different now. So this replaced your earlobe. So his earlobe is somewhere down there.
Yeah.
The problem is with keloid, and it attached itself to the ear, and it ate up everything along the whole left side of the ear. So the good news is on your right ear. You can actually remove some of that keloid, or most of it, about 90% of it, maybe 95%. The problem with the left ear, the keloid has replaced the earlobe. We have to try to reconstruct that. So they're not going to be perfectly symmetric, as long as you understand that.
Yeah. I can live with that. It's better than having this attached to my face.
We're happy to help.
We got to get you out there socially again, because with this face, I mean, look at the competition for girls out there. There's not much out there. You should be out there blowing this away.
I hope that the doctors can fix me. I don't want to live the rest of my life like this.
Pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
So nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you
you
so
guys
much.
soon.
So how do you think his interview went?
I hope he did good. I hope he did good.
I'm sure he did good. He has a great personality.
Hey, guys.
Hey!
Trevor.
Oh,
Oh, my
God.
gosh.
How are you?
Trevor walks in, he looks like $1,000,000. Trevor, oh, my gosh.
Oh, God.
You look so
Oh,
handsome.
you're looking sharp, man.
Thank you. I missed you guys.
I missed you. Trevor's ears right now look awesome. It looks like nothing ever happened.
How did the interview go?
The interview was great. The most important thing about this job is I get to interact with customers now, so I'm no longer in the back. I'm no longer out of view. I actually have to engage a customer, so I'm really confident now. It's in the way I walk, it's in the way I talk now, especially how I present myself. Finally, I'm happy.
And you do look happy. My son's happy, and that makes me deliriously excited and happy.
Maybe you should have a drink to celebrate.
Yeah. Before my surgery, I had these giant golf ball-sized keloids attached to the sides of my face. It made me feel so unattractive and so depressed. Since my surgery, I feel so much more attractive, so much more driven, ambitious. I'm finally flourishing. I just feel great.